Hi everyone, I'm Sophie. Recently, I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos and listening to podcasts about self-improvement, prosperity, mindset, and time management. And one YouTuber, I can't remember exactly who it was, but recommended a short book called How to Live on 24 Hours a Day by Arnold Bennett. So I borrowed it from the library and it turned out to be such a thought-provoking little book that I wanted to share it with you today. Arnold Bennett was a British novelist, journalist, and essayist who lived in the late 19th and early 20th century. He's known for writing about everyday people and the small choices that shape our lives. How to Live on 24 Hours a Day was written in 1908, a century ago, and it is one of his most well-known essays. It was aimed at office workers who felt stuck in their routines. And his message was very simple, yet very powerful. You don't need a new job or a major life change. You just need to make better use of your free time. There are 5 messages. Let me tell you what they are, along with my own reflections. Number 1, you don't need to quit your job. The book says, even if you work long hours, you can transform your life by using your evenings wisely. The author focuses a lot on how we use our evenings, especially for people who work a typical 9-to-5 office job. He talks about coming home exhausted, eating dinner, watching some TV, and repeating the same routine day after day. That might still be true for many people these days, especially for those who commute and spend a full day outside the house. For me, I work from home, and while that gives me a little bit more flexibility, but it's still a work day. And at the end of the day, I feel tired too. I don't always want to move or work out or do something productive. I just want to rest after a long day of work. So even though the structure of my day looks different from someone commuting to an office, the feeling is the same. It's easy to fall into a loop of finishing work, checking out mentally, and repeating the cycle the next day. This book, though, reminded me that we don't have to make huge changes to break out that cycle. Even one small shift can make us feel less stuck and more in control. So how do we actually make those small changes and spend our evenings more intentionally? Keep watching, because I'll be sharing that in the next few key messages. Number 2, you have more time than you think. The author says, find even 90 minutes a few evenings a week to focus on growth. I used to say, I don't have time so often. I was always too busy for things like working out, meditation, or reading, even though I love reading. But we all know we can make time, right? Now I exercise 3-4 times a week, meditate 20 minutes every day. I'm actually working toward making it twice a day. And I read more than ever. And I don't feel rushed or running out of time. In fact, I feel better and better every day. So it wasn't a lack of time. It was me not managing my time well. And when I started managing my time better, I realized I have more time than I thought. Number 3, feed your mind. Arnold says, instead of spending all your free time on passive entertainment, spend time on things that stimulate your mind, like reading, reflection, or learning. As I said, I've been reading a lot and meditating daily, and I actually look forward to that time. You know, reading and meditation stimulate my mind in a different way. You know what's interesting? In the past, I say past because I'm not doing it as much these days. But anyway, in the past, I would scroll down social media just mindlessly and realize, oh, an hour passed by, or even more sometimes. And I feel like, oh, where did the time go? You know? But then when I read for an hour, I don't feel that way. So I think like maybe the scrolling down the social media mindlessly, it's like having some empty calorie donuts versus reading a book for an hour is like drinking a healthy protein shake. Number 4, start small and be consistent. The book says, begin with a modest routine and build from there. I used to go extreme on things like losing weight. I would say I'm going to lose 10 pounds in a month. Then I cut calories, quit alcohol, exercise 2 hours a day every day. You know, at the end, I lose 10 pounds, but it never lasted. I became wiser about that. So now I focus on small and sustainable changes. So maybe just for 1 week, I will cut carb. You know, another week I'll quit alcohol. And just for 1 week, I'll go to work out every single day. You know, just make little shifts here and there and build some habits that I can maintain. Before I worked out to lose weight. These days I work out to stay healthy. So I don't do too extreme things, you know, just Pilates, yoga, stretching, walking. Number 5, time is your most valuable resource. The book says, time can't be bought or borrowed. Once it's gone, it's gone. Oh my gosh, isn't that so true? Money can come and go. Time doesn't work that way. We can't go back and we cannot borrow time from the future. There's no such a thing like time credit cards. Everyone gets 24 hours, no matter who you are, rich or poor, young or old. As I said, there's no credit cards for time. That's why we have to be more mindful about how we use our time. Just like we budget our money, maybe we should start budgeting our time. We have 24 hours. How many hours to sleep? How many hours to work? How many hours to read? How many hours to socialize? How many hours to spend with family? How many hours to whatever? How to live on 24 hours a day helped me realize that meaningful change doesn't require some dramatic moves. It starts with small, intentional choices in how we use our time. By becoming more mindful, even with just a few minutes a day, I've built habits that give me more peace, energy, and clarity. So if you've been feeling stuck, or waiting for the right time to start something, maybe the best time is now, with one small step today. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye.
If you liked this video, please check out other videos in my channel. And if you like my channel,